at the Salute to Veterans. It's actually the 9th Salute to Veterans. It was started by my predecessor, John Baer. And what we do is we treat veterans to a night at the ballpark. We have Arthur here, and I was hoping maybe Arthur could tell us a little bit about his service. Where did you serve, Arthur?
United States Navy. Was in during the Korean War.
Oh, that's fantastic. And is this your first Salute to Veterans?
I was here last year.
You were here last year. Did you have a good time last year?
That's why I'm here this year.
Good, good. Well, we get about 1,500 veterans here, and we're seeing more and more Vietnam veterans, but I'm glad that we've still got some of the Korean War veterans left.
We're starting to fade out.
Yeah,
Second World War is about gone, and we're next, yes.
Well, you're here with your wife, and I hope you enjoy the evening. And don't forget, it's a $2 drink night tonight, so you can get yourself a beer for $2.
It's great. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we've got some very special people here, people who have been involved in this Salute to Veterans for a very long time. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got involved in Salute to Veterans?
Well, I'm with the American Legion, and Ed's with the American Legion in Lidditz, and I guess when it started 9 years ago, they were looking for ways to get some money in to help take care of the vets, and we just started donating, and it just grew and grew and grew. And with help from people like yourself and going out and getting corporate sponsors, it's just a great tribute to the veterans, and there can never be enough tribute for these guys as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. And you know, the thing is, we have had a tremendous response this year. This year we've got over 1,600 people coming to this thing. Just the tickets that we gave out, and it was because of your help that we could do that. So this is a fantastic night. It's just going to grow and grow. We're getting more Vietnam vets. So I just want to say thank you to you guys.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it, Steve.
Yep, we appreciate it too. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm here with John Baer, my predecessor, who started Salute to Veterans 9 years ago. John, give me an idea of why you came up with this idea, or how you came up with this idea.
Well, this actually came up through a constituent. Women from the VFW Post 1463 came to our office and said, hey, we'd like to do something to recognize our veterans just like they used to do in the past, and that's how it all came about. So they had an idea of how to maybe do a plaque. We expanded to a game and included a lot of folks and some food and good Americana, and it all went from there. So.
Well, it's been fantastic. You know, we have more requests for tickets this year than we've ever had before. We're over 600 tickets, and we're seeing more and more Vietnam vets. And John, I can't tell you how many times I have vets coming up to me when I'm walking down the street saying, hey, thank you very much for doing that Salute to Veterans. So I certainly appreciate the fact that you started this, and you need to know that there's a lot of people that appreciated the fact that you had this idea.
Well, I thank you for continuing it and expanding it, Steve, because you've done a great job with all different businesses. And little did I know that such a little token on behalf of the businesses and all of us would mean so much, but it really has. So it's touched my heart and others, so it's been great. Thank you.
Well, John, enjoy the game. We'll see you a little bit later. Hey, we're here at the 9th annual Salute to Veterans at Clipper Stadium in Lancaster. And this is something we do every year for the vets. The vets can come out and get a free night at the ballpark. And it takes a lot to pull this off. We need to have a lot of volunteers. And I've got one of the volunteers here tonight. He's a Manheim Township Commissioner, so he's a commissioner in my district. His name's Ian Hodge. Ian, I'm glad you volunteered. Tell us a little bit about why you decided you wanted to volunteer tonight.
Well, I tell you, it's a great thing to be able to give back something to the veterans that have done so much for this country. And in my case, it's even more personal because I have a son-in-law who happens to be an active duty service member in the Marines down in Camp Lejeune, and he happens to be up here visiting with us right now. So for me, it's a real honor to be able to say something, to salute our veterans and on Memorial Day like this.
Yeah, Phil, that's fantastic, and thanks so much for volunteering. And tell your son-in-law Perry that I said thank you, and we'll see you a little bit later when they throw that first pitch out, and we'll grab ourselves a drink and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much,
You bet.
Representative Mentzer. It's great you've done that.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
World War II reenactor Zach Eshelman. And riding in a World War II era Jeep driven by Russell Dix, a veteran some of you may remember from last year's program, please welcome U.S. Army veteran Harold Billow, a survivor of one of the most infamous atrocities in World War II, the Normandy Massacre. Here in Normandy, on December 17th, 1944, the second day of the Battle of the Bulge, German SS troops gunned down 130 American soldiers who had been taken prisoner and were unarmed. Harold Billow is the last living survivor of the Normandy Massacre. Please welcome World War II veteran Harold Billow.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to support our veterans on the very beginning of Memorial Day weekend. And I will tell you, Pennsylvania loves to serve. Pennsylvania has the fourth largest veterans population in the country. 917,000 veterans in the Commonwealth. And I will also tell you that you're in the center of one of the most densely populated veterans county in the Commonwealth. Over 35,000 veterans just in this county alone. And look around, we're not near the big large cities like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. So we appreciate great old hometown America like we have here. Okay, this is what America is all about. And there's a lot of great patriots that have been born and raised here and have become veterans and have served this country very proudly throughout the years. Throughout our history, over 1.3 million Americans have gave their lives to preserve the liberties and freedoms that we enjoy today. Many of those great patriots are from our families. Many of them are our friends, our neighbors. They're from our communities. Examples of those, like Sergeant First Class Brent Adams of the Pennsylvania Army Guard, who about 10 years ago was killed in Iraq. Another great example of a local hero, and Brent Adams, by the way, was from West Hempfield, so a local soldier. Another local soldier, First Lieutenant Demetrius Bison, died in Afghanistan about 5 years ago. Lieutenant Bison, a local resident and graduate from from Millersville University. We are graced today by the presence of his immediate family, his wife, Mickey, and his son, Christopher, who are seated right there, actually standing by home plate. So how about a huge round of applause for our Gold Star family and all the Gold Star families in Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. So please continue to seek out those veterans, seek out those members in uniform, and thank them for their service. Even though you may not know what they have done, we all know what they're willing to do. And that in itself makes them heroes. So thank you for your support of all our veterans. Let us please keep those in your thoughts and prayers, certainly for our Gold Star families, for all of our veterans, and for the thousands that are currently serving in harm's way overseas. Thank you very much for being part of the ceremony, and enjoy the game.